Okay, this tutorial on authentisign is focusing in on checklist and task specifically, which are going to be required. Okay, we're looking at the screen. We have the arrow. This way y'all can see exactly what I'm looking at. This video will potentially be approximately 15 to 20 minutes. At least that's the anticipated time. So this one's going to be a lot shorter than the last videos that y'all have seen. Okay, so looking at 71 Madison, which is a purchase agreement. And again, we use the office template, which is now in use. And all other templates have been disabled. And if you saw the video, it explains thoroughly throughout exactly how to use the template in case you wasn't apparently using a template and you were doing it the long way. Again, it only takes about 11 minutes to complete a purchase agreement, at least utilizing the system and its templates. So we're going to go ahead and go into 71 Madison. All right, so here's going to be your dashboard for this specific transaction. You have your your detail overview, and over here to the right is details, and that's where you're going to change. You can change your different information, as in the last video we explained. And just going to click on that and kind of brief y'all in again. If you need to change any information, such as adding the legal description, here's the place to do it. Chances are you already done this because you created the transaction, you followed the steps, which is 5 steps. Scrolling down, here's where you got your offer date. This is going to be required now. Putting in your offer date in the beginning, following through the steps. Active sale date, again, putting in your date for your active sale here. If you haven't done it here and you did it on your purchase agreement, it's very simple. Go to your transaction or stay where you at and click on detail, scroll down, and you can also add it into this area. And that's how you would finish it off. And that's only if you have to go back. Okay, so if you are writing an offer and you have a couple counters, but y'all need to do a clean offer because maybe it's the next day or the next 2 days. If you're changing the offer date, you need to click on detail, come back in here and change the offer date. If you do not change the offer date, that is going to mess with your checklist as well as your task, and it's going to throw your system off, as well as throwing our system off on our side, which we're going to think that you are supposed to have items done. In reality, you're not supposed to have items done yet because you didn't update your offer date. So only if you're rewriting a clean offer and it's a different date and you used a different date, then of course you would change the date right here. Same applies as the active sale date. If you change it in any way, you have to update it. Otherwise, the system's not going to know, and we're not going to know on our end either. Under contract date, I need everyone that wants it in place. Now keep in mind, once you go into contract, you're going to have to go back into the system, click on detail, and put your under contract date. Now I can set triggers for the items that need to remind you on what needs to be done. So I do think that this is something that needs to be filled out, but y'all have to tell me whether y'all going to actually go into the system and change this. Not all of us going to remember. I know we're always busy constantly. So if we're not going to do that, then we're going to leave the offer date and the active sale as trigger dates. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get off of this. This check right here saves it if you're going to save it. Let's go back. I know I always said let's not use the back button. In this case, I'm doing it for specific reasons because I'm doing a video with you all. All right, so we're back on the dash. You have your checklist items. Same thing on the right, checklist items. If you want to scroll down and look, you can, or you can click on the checklist and look at the full big screen. So then you have your forms. These are your forms that automatically populated. Custom information form, agreement to purchase, then you have your documents. All right, so forms is going to be to the right, forms, documents to the right, documents. No different. This is just a quick, easy to take a look at, follow up, things of that nature. Okay, so the items or the checklist, we are going to be using the task. You will have items in there. We're not going to be using that currently. If, which is mandatory, if y'all use this checklist to y'all advantage, I will not have to include the task. If this is not being utilized properly, then the task, which looks somewhat similar, will have to be utilized, which means documents are going to be added on the left side of the hourglass. And if we add document upload, that means you would be clicking on that specific one and clicking the basket that pops up, as well as a bell, which automatically sends it to our side to review it. So we're trying to avoid more work and being more productive, less, more efficiently, of course. Okay, so checklist. So y'all can ignore the task currently. What we're working on is checklist specifically. As long as this works out within a certain period of time, that's all we're going to utilize. Okay, so checklist. We have all these in our checklist as well as mandatory. What must be done? You also have this clock. So this purchase agreement was written today as a test, and the forms that are basically required ASAP will have this timer on it, which is saying it's about ready to send you an email and notifying you that it needs to be done, that task, that checklist. So acknowledgement list on businesses, that one must be done ASAP, first thing with the purchase agreement. Same thing, custom information form. It's got the time clock. That means it's due, and it's saying on offer date 9/7/2020. Mandatory. We have another one, MLS form. MLS form also must be completed and uploaded. Then we have, I guess that's it. Okay, so we have 3 items. Now your purchase agreement, let's see if we can find it. Okay, your purchase agreement is due 3 days after offer date. So this one's going to be due. So if you've done these and have been uploaded, now keep in mind you also have a property information form. So until you upload a property information form, which is also due 3 days after the offer date, mandatory, we then put it in a system and y'all able to upload and view my listings. So approximately within 72 hours, we would have received the information form, purchase agreement 3 days after the offer date. That would be approximately the time that you would be able to upload into the system of View My Listings. And keep in mind, you're also going to click the hourglass, which is going to give you a green flag and mark it as complete. So this is keeping you on track. And just check it again if you need to uncheck it. This is keeping you specifically on track of, hey, it's done, it's completed. So I would not check this unless it's uploaded in a View My Listings. Now if you do check it because you completed it and you know it's an AuthentiSign, fine, that's completely okay. So if you know you completed it and it is in this system, then I would mark it complete. Chances are a purchase agreement is not executed and in this system. Chances are it's probably going to be in your email if it was accepted. So in that case, I would upload it into view my listings upon checking this box or this flag, hourglass. So acknowledgement, list on businesses, custom information form, those two are due immediately. I'm probably going to change those to 3 days out, and that's due to the property information form, which is due 3 days after. But basically, I think y'all get the idea. When you send a purchase agreement out, you automatically send out the acknowledgement form and a custom information form. Those two are required. This one absolutely by the state, this one by us. It protects us. In any case, it's not done and the actual buyer refuses to sign it, we're not covered any which way and cannot be helped. So these are the forms that are absolutely mandatory in the very beginning. So utilize this system. This is going to help y'all. This is going to be created as y'all use each and every template. So as you use the template, you have this to work with. Task, again, we're not going to utilize the task currently, so ignore the task. If this is not being utilized properly, or if y'all feel that y'all prefer having a task, and y'all'd rather click a bell each time y'all upload a form, basically you'd click task. They'll have something right here that says document. You click upload. Then you would click a bell, which would be right here. Once you click the bell, it's going to send it automatically to me and let me know, hey, check it, it's done. And I can either click accept or I can click reject. If I click reject, you're going to get the notice saying, hey, something's wrong. So if y'all want to utilize that, y'all let me know. I will turn task on. It's not hard to do the upload. All you do is click upload and it lets you upload it from within documents right here. So it's quick as clicking the document button, going straight automatically into documents, and it lets you pick the custom information form, which uploads it, and that's it. Extremely, extremely simple. Same thing with acknowledgement. And then once I click accept, it's going to give you a checkered flag. This route, you're only working under checklist. Working under checklist, you're going to click the hourglass once you complete it and you know you finished it. So this is kind of more or less like an honor system that you're working on your own behalf and tracking your own work. So again, don't check it if you haven't done it. Trust me, y'all will forget it because I know I would. We're always constantly busy. Okay, this concludes the checklist that y'all going to be now utilizing under every purchase agreement and listing agreement that y'all write. And we are at 14 minutes. So 1 minute under what I thought, estimated. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all need another video specifically on these checklists, please let me know and email me. Task. If y'all feel that y'all want the task with a button next to it that says document to upload, click a bell, send it to me for a review. That means it would be a completed form, sending it to me for a review. I will put it on here. Once you click the bell and it comes to me and I check it and I click accept, under checklist, it will automatically give you a flag under the checklist, which essentially I will be giving you the flag rather than you giving yourself a flag. So I want everybody to let me know if y'all want to utilize the task or if you don't. Checklist, I guess you can call it the honor system. Working it yourself, that is the easiest way. If we have to turn task on, it's a little bit more work, not much, but a little bit more work. And if y'all more comfortable with it because it's getting reviewed, I'm completely okay with that. I would like y'all, anybody that wants tasks turned on, let me know. It will be turned on. Checklist. Otherwise, that's what y'all going to be working under. Utilize checklist and forget about tasks currently. Thank you, and I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. If y'all have any questions, email me and I'll answer them the best way I can. Thank you.